Hi friends, welcome to my channel Art and Craft by Padma G. Today's tutorial is on how you will make a beautiful dream catcher jewelry. Please watch the video till the end. So here is a beautiful jewelry set which I have made today to share it with you. It's very colorful and it's very trendy. It goes with any dress that you will wear. You can wear it with a formal as well as a casual for that trendy look. Guys, this is a very beautiful jewelry piece. So for this, I will, prefer taking two old bangles at home, hold them together. And for this, you will need a bigger needle and two threads which have passed through it. Now the thread can be a little thicker thread, which is more ideal for this pattern. Now you can see how I am holding the ending of the thread and then passing the needle with the thread in it. So we start the pattern. The first step is to use the blanket stitch over the two bangle. Now here you can see I'm showing it a little, slow, how I am passing the needle from under and then taking it from inside to outside and forming the blanket stitch. This way you will keep moving. Guys, please go slow. Here I am just using a little faster mode to make the video a little smaller. So as you keep moving, make sure that you do a little bit of adjustment with the tip of the needle, because the threads might get a little bit, here and there, little, it may be problematic, but it's okay. With patience, you can solve it. Then we use a cotton thread, again a little thicker thread, and you will see that I will be making a knot at the end and then passing it through the woven area. So like this we will sort of make around 12 or 13 knots. You can see the visual here, difficult to explain, but you can see me how I'm using the same blanket stitch and making the first very easy flexible knot, keeping a gap of say around half an inch because it's a small bangle. So like this, keeping an half an inch, you can keep a centimeter also is fine, and it could be also 1 inch. It all depends on what kind of a weaving pattern you would prefer. So I have used here a half an inch gap. I'm doing the knot, repeating the knot and adjusting it. You can see it, guys. So I'm doing here 13 knots, keeping gaps, same type of gaps, same measurement approximately, and adjusting here and there to make sure that it has the similar same gap. Guys, do it with patience and with a lot of love for your jewelry, and you will overcome all hurdles. And as you keep moving, feel happy that very soon you will be, seeing a beautiful woven pattern which you have created. So you can see me, I am adjusting again and again because the spacing seems to be a little bit, more or less. I just hope the visual is clear for you to understand how to do the first step. So everything will be depending on this first step that you have, which you are seeing me doing. We'll be doing 2 more. knots. first step is over. I've used 13 of these knots. Now we'll come to the center of this first thread that is spread out. Bring it to the center, of course. Make the first knot. You can see I've kept it in the center, pulled it, and then I'll go to the next one. So you can see me, guys, how I have passed the needle from the other side to this side, but on the top surface. Yeah, you can see it very clear how I am using the needle, passing it under and then bringing it towards me. So guys, this is one kind of blanket stitch only we are doing upside down. So as you keep moving, you can hold the last knot with your thumb and the pointing finger so that the knot doesn't become loose. So there can be a small little bit of tension in the thread as you keep pulling and holding, so that you can see the pattern forming very well. Otherwise it will start becoming very loose and limpy. Guys, you should try this out, because seeing will be easy, but as you keep doing you will find it a little hassle, but it's in a way fun also once you understand how the pattern is needed to be followed up. So with each row I am giving the thread a pull after each knot, and I'm holding with the thumb and the pointing finger the last knot which is created. A bit of adjustment here and there is needed. There you see how I've adjusted. This will take time, guys, because you are doing a weaving pattern, and weaving always takes time. Just think of a spider, how it weaves its web, very meticulously, very thoughtfully, and with a lot of calculation. So this is how you can use that science. You have to be thoughtful as you keep moving, and be more patient, and do please love your work as you keep doing it. Do not lose your patience for any craft, because craft looks a little unsure in the middle, but then towards the end it has a beautiful finishing look, and the awe factor comes in it. So with that little bit of stretching the thread, pulling the thread, the pattern is more visible now. It's almost a spider web pattern. Towards the center, you will find that the knots come more closer as you keep pulling, and your pattern some kind of it may just become not very visible, because you'll be pulling and moving. Then the knots are coming very close. Maybe another 3 more rows should be fine. You can also see, guys, the thread that I have used, it's sort of twisting, and this can be a little, be a hassle for you, but you can just adjust, sort of release the tension by leaving the needle free for some time. Those who don't know much of needle work, do go slow, understand the weaving method, go over the video again more than once or twice, so that you don't do a knot which may be not very flexible to adjust. Because the more you do needle and thread work, you will start getting the hang of it, and you'll want to create more and more with cloth, needle and thread. I am very, very fond of embroidery work and weaving, so most of my jewelry that I create, it will have a lot of weaving in them and embroidery as well, and I prefer using a lot of cloth in my jewelries. So you can see how the pattern is looking so beautiful, and the center is almost getting its finished look. I'm giving little pull to the string, creating some kind of a tension towards the center. Yeah, there you see, I'm pulling and giving it the finished look towards the center. Now for this, after the last knot, you can use any bead in the front as well as behind to give it a little bit more finished look. There are ways of decorating a dream catcher pattern, and this is the simplest that I thought of. I have used a golden color bead, which is also very light, and I have used both the sides the same bead. Please do excuse me for the background noise. I'm unable to avoid this noise because I'm near the window and there are vehicles passing by, and I'm on a top floor. There you go. It's got the finished look. So now it's a very simple dream catcher pattern that I have shown you. Now it's up to you how you want to do the decoration on and around it. So I'm using my favorite colorful wooden beads, and using one at a time and giving it a very spacious, beautiful look. Also I'm using dangling beaded chain, beaded strings to give it a very beautiful dangling effect, because dream catchers have these feathers dangling with beads underneath. I don't want to use feathers because this is a jewelry, and I know feathers, not many people like feathers in jewelry. Not everyone, because it's a natural form. So the middle area is done. Now I'll be reducing 2 beads on either side as I keep moving. so that the center area looks extended downward and there's a reduced look on both the sides for the beads. The danglings look beautiful. There's one more to go. So now that the dream catcher is ready, I will do the loop around for hanging the pendant around the neck. So for this, I tie up the knot on one of the top sides. There's no sides, of course. Top area on one of the sides, and use beads. So you can choose whichever beads you have. It can be bigger, smaller, very tiny, and the largest one also, just to have a balanced look. Now because I was using very tiny beads, I felt like using a little bigger bead just to get that feel of composition. Otherwise everything will look very same type. So here I have chosen a beautiful violet color, mauve color bead, a little bigger than the rest of them, just to give a highlight here around the neck. So one side is ready and I'm going to give it a knot so that the beads stay in place in the string. This is a double knot I'm using because the beads might have a hole which might be bigger and the knot might be smaller. Now I take measurement in such a way that I can make a knot towards the end and keep some gap and then tie it up like how I started in the beginning. You can see me, I have finished it on the other side. There you go, I have put a knot around, a tight knot, and give it the last finishing with the adjustment bead. Again, this adjustment bead might be difficult for you guys, but then what you can do is you can just tie up a knot towards the end. That's it. Fitting this bead might be a little difficult. I adjusted and pushed through 4 of these strings. Then put a knot towards the end. Guys, today I am not feeling that well and somehow I managed this video and I have a lot of other works to finish, so please excuse my language. And I know I've repeated the words many a times the same way, even the sentences. Please excuse me. So now that the neck piece is ready, I am giving my attention towards the earrings. Now for earrings also I have taken the same colored beads to match it. Here also you can see I am giving it a loop and a knot in the loop so that you can use the ear hook here. You can do a bit of adjustment depending on what kind of loop you want. You want a small loop, you want a longer loop for it to hang in the ear hook. So ear hook also, I hope guys you all know how to put it in it. With a nose plier you can just sort of give it some kind of a pull and turn it towards you so that it opens up, and then you put it yeah, put the loop and then you just bring it back to its own original position. The second one also you can see I'm just sort of pulling it to one side, the end, and it opens up. Very easy. For this I'm not using the ring, the jam rings, because many of you might not have the jam rings, the round rings. So guys, the neck piece is completed with the earrings and it looks awesome. I'm feeling very proud with this creation. Guys, this is a very original piece from my heart. Do try to make it and do let me know how you like the video in the comment box. Do like and share this video and my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Please share and subscribe. Bye bye.